All right, I think I'm mic'd. So hopefully there's someone there. This will be the last one I have, because I got to be professional, which means I have to put my nice fresh fruit away for now. And there's someone there. Midas, thank you. There's someone there, which means I am officially live. Promel. 2 people. I love it. All right. I figured I would do this now. I would just like speak to camera. That way I know that someone is there and that I'm streaming. I need to turn my fan on though. I'm getting hot. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is just paint. I think I'm going to color. I got to turn my fan on. It's hot. So I'm going to color. This is going on my Patreon. What's up, Zanze? This is going on my Patreon. Excuse me, and make sure I have it saved. You know what? I'm going to send the whole Nomad file. That way, if you're on my Patreon, you can have the... What's up, Dwayne? That way you can have all the different files and anything. You can print whatever you want. I'm just going to send the whole Nomad file to my computer. And yeah, we'll just send the whole Nomad file. So I'm going to put that on my Patreon once this is over. Once this is done. Okay, I see it. So now I'm going to go back to the other one and just paint it. And I might have time. Oh, what did I just clone? Maybe I didn't clone anything. I might have time to bring it over in a blender. So let's open it. This is the other little character I was working on. He looks really good. So now we just have to color him. Let me check the colors. It's so bright. It's such like a bright purple on the screen. I'm not sure why, but I guess that's okay. Yeah, it's not really changing, so I guess that'll be fine. All right, so let me turn my watch around. Okay, so what colors should I make this guy? I feel like I want to make him like hues of like green, kind of like a creature from the Black Lagoon type thing. That's what I'm thinking. And also you can tell my screen isn't, what's up, blue and purple? My screen isn't straight because now I have my screen like tilted up, which is much better for like my neck and I had to tilt it. Anyway, let me shut up and start working. So I think for him, he feels like a oceany, like, yeah, he feels like a kind of like a brownish, maybe like a greenish. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should it be more gray? Maybe a little more gray. I mean, I like that. So, okay, so we have... Oh, also, I decimated this. This is only 323K now, because I cut down a lot of stuff that was really big. Did I cut down everything? 32. I think I went through and cut down everything I could. Yeah, everything is fairly small. But I'm gonna try to do a lot with the chats now. Sometimes I get way into the thing. What's up, Han? Good to see you. Very amazing work on the little guy. I love your character. I love like what you bring to the characters. Like that's my vibe. I love that you just always bring like fun elements to the characters. I live for that. It's so great. If you guys aren't on Skillshare, I have a ton of classes on Skillshare. I love teaching on Skillshare, and I make a lot of specific classes for Skillshare. So definitely check out my website. I have my classes there, or you can just go to Skillshare and just search Drugfreedave, or you can go to any of my other YouTube videos, and the link is in the description. Shout out to Han. Midas, do you know how to retopologize characters? Sorry if my English is bad. I'm French. Your English is perfect, number one. I don't know how to retopologize. I don't really have a like an end goal of like, maybe I can put a white screen. That'll probably make it a little bit brighter. Let's see. I'm also rendering. I'm rendering a scene in Blender, the one that I just showed you. I'm rendering like a turntable. It's taken me like 2 days so far. Let me try to find a white screen. Let's see. I wonder if the Google homepage is white. No, it's black. I think I have. Anyway, let me just go back to what I was doing. I don't know how to retopologize. I did try Cozy Blanket. I didn't really understand it. I didn't really get it. I think what makes it most difficult for me is so that you have to do all these things to retopologize. You have to do all these things for games and for not video games, for animation and things like that. But I don't necessarily have that as an end goal. I don't necessarily want to create for games or for animation. I like animation, but there's just so many steps. Like, I think maybe in time it'll just be a lot more simple. But right now, like, I know a little bit of Blender, but everything is just so insanely convoluted. There are some applications, like, not Mobius. There's some applications that are on iPad that are for animation. I am going to try those out. I think what I plan to do is make another video or make another live stream where I am looking at the comments through my last video, because I can't believe that did well, the thing about animation. So I'll look at that video, I'll look at some of the comments, and then in real time I'll probably just go and check out those applications to see what they're about. So, but to make a already long story short, I do not know retopology. Flavio Arienzo. Hi Dave, I'm your big fan from Naples, Italy. Shout out to Italy. Shout out to you, Flavio. You're an awesome artist. Thank you to share your knowledge. 100% my pleasure. I love it. I love that people are learning this like all over the world. It's so much fun. That's why I love doing lives. I'm getting really into lives. Even if I just like chill, like even today, I'm probably not going to have that long to do a live, but I wanted to come on. I want to try to do at least a little something every day if I can. What's up, Swordsman? How goes it? I like those little emojis. Those are cute. I'm a big emoji person. I feel like a message just disappeared. What's your Patreon? It's a good question. So my Patreon is, let's see. Let's bring it up here for a second. Patreon. Patreones. Patreon. So let's see, I think it's 2. Yeah, I think you guys can see that. So my Patreon is patreon.com/drugfreedave. And I don't make that much. I have a few patrons. Shout out to them. Shout out to all my patrons who are patroning. You can also add as a free member. You can see that these are all like free members when they join. So I do post things there. Sometimes I just post whole projects and Nomad projects, and I think that's what I'm going to do with the little axolotl. But I might put that one as some things I do on live I put for free. I think that one I'm just going to put for my patrons though, my paid patrons. But I also have not only, let's see my page, but I also sell my STLs. So, I must have sold something else in my shop. Cool. Not only paid patrons, but I also have my STLs here. And they're a little bit more expensive if you buy them on iOS. Just FYI, everything on Patreon is more expensive if you get it on an iOS or through the App Store. Not the App Store, I don't know. If it's iOS, it's a little more expensive, so you can just get it for the regular price on like a different device that's like not iOS, I believe. Yeah, but I have all this stuff. I actually have another tutorial here that no one ever does or uses, because I was like, let me do a tutorial for, let me make sure the microphone's working. Now it is. I was like, let me do a tutorial for Patreon. And what's up, Kat? But I don't think anyone really does it or uses it. I also have it on my YouTube membership, but I don't have anyone there either, so it's really just, you know, oh well. You got to explore these things as a content creator. You have to explore them. What's up, Kat? Yeah, keep working. I appreciate you swinging by. Make sure you guys give me a like though. Sometimes like my videos, like I don't have that many likes, and I think it's because I don't say it enough. So if you can, throw me a nice fresh like. All right. Do I know how to use dynamic topology? Yes. So if you have let's say you made something and it's like it's not that dense, like it's not a super high resolution. Dynamic topology, essentially what you would do is you can have a mesh that's not really high res. You can turn on dynamic topology and use the tools, and wherever the tool goes, it will sort of make that area high res, but only the areas that you use the tools. So it's a way that you can do high res details on a lower res object. But you have to be careful because sometimes you can see like the difference. Sometimes it's not as clean, but sometimes it is really clean. Cat Queen, appreciate you. All right, so I think this color is all right. The only thing is he might need to be like a little bluer, or maybe I can make him like even like crabby, like a crabby color. I'm not totally sure yet. So let's make the teeth. Oh, I think I might have to trim the teeth. I forgot all about that. Let's trim the teeth. I forgot about that. Oh, and also this is already on my Patreon as well. I already posted this on my Patreon. Oh, is symmetry not on? Butt monkey. No. Okay. World X. Why is the symmetry? There we go. Let's take a look at X-ray and just see how we're looking. These teeth are actually pretty close to the bottom thing, so I'm going to actually trim them a little bit more, I think. You have to be careful though. I don't want to trim too much. Let's trim here. And let's trim here for now. Okay. The teeth are also really high here, so let's trim all of that. We can also trim that. Okay, turn back on X-ray. Okay, so everything looks pretty good. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate you swinging by. Always a pleasure. What's up, Daniel? I appreciate that. Yeah, the course is Skillshare has single-handedly afforded me the opportunity to create art and do all this on like YouTube and stuff like that. I have to big up to Skillshare. They've been so supportive of me, so that's why I make so many classes for them, and that's why I try to push my classes. I like teaching, and this is the only way that I can actually teach, because YouTube, I make hardly any money off YouTube. I have so much content on YouTube, and you have to, because you have to be in that arena. But mostly it's Skillshare. I'm like sweating. I'm seriously sweating. All right, I'm gonna have a cherry. So I'm going to color some more of this. Wait, I think I have a. Did you share a tutorial, or we'll do that for remesh square? Did you share a tutorial, or will you do that for remesh square plus group of faces? I do have some videos on remeshing. That's a good idea. I might do a video on remeshing, just like a quick video on things that I do that are helpful. So that's a good idea. I'm gonna shut up for a second so I can eat this amazing cherry. Your boy's eating healthy. So I'm going to group the things together. This is teeth. Okay, so head, legs, eyelids, body, arms. Now we're just going to join those. I'm not going to voxel remesh them together because they don't really need to be voxel remeshed together. I think they're fine joined. Or should I sometimes you can Boolean things together too, which is another interesting thing, and I think that might help. If this is going to be a 3D print, that might actually help if I Boolean them together. Let's give it a whirl and just see what happens. So if I hit Boolean, I don't think anything changed. I can see the paint has affected, but it still looks pretty good. There's a little, like, you can see the stitching here. You can see the stitching there. I'm just going to join it. It's fine. I really am trying to, I think when I print, I'm going to start printing things solid or very thick. Okay, so what was I doing? I have all these selected. I'm just going to join them. And this is going to be skin. Or this will be body. We'll move this up. Okay, so body, I'm going to make all of it the same color. Boom. What do you think? Should he be green? This can be like a lighter green, maybe even more of a bone color. These can be like maybe a darker version of this. I think I like that. So this, let's make this the same color as this. Let's see how that looks. No, it needs to be greener. I think this needs to be greener. But it's hard for me to see because of this light. So I'm going to turn this light off. I'm going to turn all the lights off and turn the environment up. So it'll be easier for me to see. Yeah, I have a bunch of texture tutorials for sure. Yeah, so if you're on my channel and you just search texture, then you should find my texture tutorials. I need a tutorial on healthy eating. Facts. Bedtime, Han, bedtime. I have to watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Keep him green. Copy that. He's green. Done. What's up, Just Too Bad? Hey, boss, was wondering how do you print things separately from each other like key cutting? It's a lot to go into here, but I have a few videos on keys and cuts. I think I may have called some videos like putting parts together. I know I have some that are called keys and cuts. Excuse me, but yeah, it's really like, for example, if I was doing this horn, what I might do first is what would I do first? I think I might take this piece and do a Boolean so it cuts cleanly at the end of this thing. And then I would take this and I would just put like a notch on the end, like either like a shape or with like select mask, and I would just like extrude like a circle or a square. And then I would put this back, and then I would do a Boolean. I would Boolean this from the head. So then it would just be like the pieces would fit together. And I would honestly do that. I was like making them a little bigger or a little smaller so they would fit in nicely. But the problem is like you have like sanding, and then you have after you sand a bunch of times, you have what's it called? You put on the the stuff before you paint, whatever it's called. You put on the stuff before you paint, and then you put on the like 3 layers of paint. So usually I just have to wind up sanding it until it fits anyway. So because it just goes through so much until like before it's like finished and you just want to like put it in the piece. Let's see. What's up? What's up, Oaze? Yellow eyes. I was thinking yellow eyes as well, for sure. I thought, oh wait, am I not here? Let me make sure I am. I thought spacebar was mute. I guess not. I don't know how to mute. Anyway. Let's see. Wow, a big change from all those adorable characters you designed. Nice. Yeah, I like adorable stuff, but I also like weird stuff. I got my start. I used to always draw. Actually, first I drew Ninja Turtles, and then I started drawing really weird stuff. So I do have a love for that as well. Oh, yes. So let's see. Do I have one at the ready I can show you? I'm not sure I do. But yes, I export as separate. I export as single STLs. So like if I have like a snail, it'll be like shell STL, snail body STL, teeth STL, eyeballs STL, eyelids STL, whatever all the pieces are, I print them all. I send them over separately. And then I just group them together. I send them to the slicers separately. I print them separately. And then hopefully they fit together. So, okay, so I like this green, but we need like a little bit of a shinier one. It needs to be a little bit lighter. So maybe around there. So this will be for, oh, maybe lighter than that. Okay, I like that. Or maybe the shell is darker. Ooh. Maybe the shell is darker. I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out. I kind of like the darker shell. And then I like... all these horns can be the same. So shell, horns, join. A character like this would be hard to print in separate parts. I could do it, but it would be very difficult. The reason why I would do it, I mean, if you're already thinking about it, it's just so much cleaner when you can paint different parts, different colors, because I don't just paint, I have to sand everything, and then I have to do, I put the primer on, and then some things are like, some things are different colors, obviously. I like that to be clean. I'm a terrible painter. You'll never be able to paint as clean as you can if you have two separate pieces and you put them together. It's always going to be cleaner. So there's that. But also, I always like to give different things different finishes. So I might do him and like spray paint him or airbrush him and then like do like a matte coating, 3 layers of that as well. But then this, I might do like 2 layers of like a gloss coating. So I'm also doing like several different coats of not only colors, but also gloss, matte, things like different finishes. The only thing that would make this difficult is because obviously there's the lids, there's the eyes, there's this part, so I'd have to make like, it's hard to get these shapes kind of like clean enough so that they work really well. I'd have to really figure that out, because I would want the eye to be glossy, you know, so it can get tricky. It can get very tricky. I'm feeling like a deep yellow. Yeah. Let's make that nice and glossy. This is also on my Patreon as well. My backdrop, I mean not my backdrop, my environment. I think it's called eye glare environment, and that's what I use. That's how you see these nice pops of light. I created it specifically because I wanted to mimic those pops of light you can get in other programs like Blender and stuff like that using actual lights. I'm eating a cherry again. I apologize, but not really. You're the power. Manifest affirmations. I love it. What's going on? Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate you. I appreciate the good vibes and good energy. Haragu. That was a guess. I don't know how I did. I've actually never smoked any sort of tree. I never smoked anything. I never had a sip of alcohol. I'm bananas. I'm crazy. So the pupils are separate because when I bring him over into Blender, I might want to move them around. And although I could just add spheres, it's just easier. They're already in place, so I can kind of move them around. So that's why that they're separate. I think I just want to do black. I like black. Teefies, these are going to be... We definitely don't want them to be super clean, so we'll go with that. Do I want a little bit of roughness? Actually, the roughness doesn't matter that much. When I bring it over into Blender, it's still going to be... Come on, watch. What are we doing? My nephew. Okay. Actually, the shadows are bananas. Let me fix that. So let's put this to preset. I think that's the one I use. These are like so different. I don't know why. DFD. Let's turn that off. Ooh. Ambient inclusion is... I love ambient inclusion. That looks good. We'll adjust this. We'll adjust the strength, and then we'll adjust this a little bit. It looks nice. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I also like to I'm just gonna keep it on preset. It looks better. Even though the ambient inclusion is wild. I don't know if I'm gonna print this one. I have a couple other things I want to print. He's very printable though. I might print him for sure. I might print him. He looks like he seems like he deserves a print. And who am I to deny? Maybe we want his eyes a little bigger. Might have to do some adjusting. Let's use move, symmetry. Oh, the symmetry is there. Okay, and just we'll just pull this out a little bit, give his eyes a little breathing room. I kind of like the bigger eyes. I would also like some like sliver eyes too. That would be creepy. So I might have to do some other eyes. Come on now. You know what would be cool if they move, oh, so many ideas, see? So many ideas. So many ideas. I have another idea too. It'd be kind of cool if I did like a animation where the eyes can like blink, or they can do like those, what are they called? Nictitating membranes? Nictitating, something like that. Those membranes that animals have to protect their eyes against like water and stuff and like dust, and they kind of like, you know what I mean. Wonderful character. I'll finish to watch the stream tomorrow. Another half an hour on drawing and then go to sleep. I love it. Gotta keep up that drawing. Appreciate you swinging by, Flavio. I'll see you next time. I'm gonna try to do a lot more live, so I appreciate you guys swinging by. Peeber. Hey Dave, I just started playing with Nomad Sculpt last week, and your videos have been a blessing. Thank you so much. Well, it's my pleasure. I love helping people with Nomad. I love the more people that explore Nomad and get to do really cool 3D stuff, because that's all I've ever wanted to do. Like even when I was younger, like I wanted to do 3D so bad, and it just like is so unattainable. Like it's actually insane. So I think that's one of the reasons I really love teaching it and, you know, making classes and stuff like that, because it's just so much fun. And I hate how it's so, it just has this like thing where it's like very like unattainable and difficult to do. Like I hate that. Like no, like not if I have anything to do with it. What is going on in this mouth? I think that's the body. Oh, the body's one piece now. So what is that? What is going on in here? If we do look at an x-ray, what if we hit solo? Okay, so it is the body. That's so strange. Let's see if we can smooth whatever this is out. Boom. Crisis averted. So one thing I do want to do, let me finish coloring it first. I talk way too much. Okay, so should I trim some of these? Let's look at X-ray. The reason I like to trim these things is just, you know, obviously I don't really care about my models being like super efficient, but there's little things like this will never be shown, like this piece. Like certain pieces that don't have to go so far into the body. I just want to like get rid of them. Okay, let's go ahead and trim that. Oh, let me make sure. I might have been too, oh no, that's good. Okay, this looks good. So now all the horns are in there, and they have a little bit of space. So let's color these. Looking good. Let's do a quick save. Animals' eyes react crazy. They do. I know crocodiles have them. I think eagles. I think birds have them as well. Okay, let me see what it's called. Hold up. I think it's 2. Let's see. Nictating. It is nictitating membrane. Nictitating. Yeah, so that it like covers their eye. It's like pretty cool. There we go, baby. Okay, let me figure out how to close this since I can't really see my screen. Okay. Anyway, yes, nictitating membrane. I do have other knowledge. Is posing hard? Not really. Once you kind of understand how to do it, it's not really hard. The only thing is obviously you can't like finish a character and then pose it. Like you can pose, but then once you like want it to look like finished, you usually need to voxel remesh or like, you know, make the parts look like they're connected or not. Like for example, this character, I don't really care if it doesn't really need to be voxel remeshed. That's like the head going to the body, the legs. There's like a little crease, but I think it's fine, you know. So, but yeah, I couldn't pose this. I could only pose like if it would have to be like an earlier stage. But I have a Skillshare tutorial specifically for posing, so there's also that. Pedro, what's going on? Hey Dave, just passing by to say that I've subscribed to your classes on Udemy and did the basic one with the cute one with the 2 teeth. Love it. Loved it. Can't wait to start the next class. I appreciate the love. I'm actually going to do more on Udemy. It's just a busy time for me right now since I'm, you know, there's a lot of like life changes happening for the better. But yeah, I am planning to do more Udemy classes. I actually get emails all the time that like I have new people signing up. And I always feel bad that I don't post more on Udemy, but that's because I focus more on Skillshare. But I definitely will have more classes coming to Udemy, 100%, and Skillshare. How is Blender studies come along? They're good. If I can get through this, I'll bring it over into Blender and I'll get that started. But yeah, I'll never sculpt on Blender, but I do love like rendering and lighting and, you know, if there are things I can animate, like simple movement things, then I like doing that. But what's up, Nisa? Pleasure. Okay, so let's. I don't think I'm gonna give him any. I don't think I'm gonna give him any eyelashes. I usually do. Should I? Should I just do it? It's kind of rude for me not to give him eyelashes. I give all my characters eyelashes. I can do it really quick. So we'll use the tube. We'll use path. And we'll just start right here. You got to do 1 and 10. You got to do 1 and 5. Oh, snap. And then you have to add 2, 3, 4. I hate that that's the way we have to do it, but that's the way we have to do it now. We have to do first and last, and then we have to add the nodes in like that. So, okay, this looks good. I'm going to add an extra one here to give him a little flavor. There, you know, I like to do my little wing tippy things. Okay, so we'll do this. Radius, we'll make this one small. And I'm going to add a new one there. So that looks good. I'm going to take snap off so I can properly push this into the body, because we want it to be, yeah, we want it to be flush. Okay, something like that. You can get a little bit wider out here maybe. Pull that out a little bit. Make these a little bit bigger. Okay, that looks alright. Let's bring this out a bit. What do we think? I think I like it. There's just not enough. It needs to be up higher, I think. Let's make this a little smaller here. Okay, that looks a bit better. What if it was like curled a little bit more? I don't think I ever made a character with such an extreme curl like that, but I kind of like it. But I like to use profile. I do like to use profile, but why is that? Why is that like that? Okay, something like that. I might need to twist it. Twist is fun. That's nice. Let's go ahead and mirror it. I like it. Let's see what happens if we also make it like a dark color. Wait, what is happening right now? There we go. Let's turn the roughness up. So this is like a dark, like that. Maybe we don't want to go all the way black. It's kind of funny. I kind of like it. It is kind of cute. Okay. David, what about a few small spikes as lashes? That'd be cool too. I like that. I like that idea. I was just showing one of my friends at work the pictures of my eyelash pit viper. Or not mine, but one that I took in Costa Rica. I don't actually own one. Okay. All right. Also, make sure you guys give me a like. Let me see what my likes are looking like right now. Hopefully I have a few. Okay, I got 26 likes. I'll take it. It might be off too. Sometimes this is a little slow. Let me do a nice little refresh. Refresh. 26. I guess maybe 26 is accurate. Okay. Sorry, I have an itchy nose too. So let me turn. Another thing I wanted to do. Let's start moving. Let's start moving a little quicker. So I'm gonna take this color. I'm gonna add it to these. Paint. Oh, maybe that needs to be a little bit darker. There you go. A little more subtle. I like it. So I wanted to take the eyes and add a layer. And this is going to be darker. So now I'll take the color of the eyes, make it darker. Use the paintbrush and paint that darker color. So this is sort of like ambient occlusion. We'll take Smoothie Poo, which is the smooth tool with 0 intensity. That's all it is. Smooth tool with 0 intensity, and allows you to just smooth the color. So that's nice. So now we have that nice fade there. Oh, I love it. I love a nice fade. We do have to color the inside of the mouth. So let's just solo it, I think. And then let's color it. Let's add a new layer. So this layer will be inside mouth. And we can do, let's match, I don't know. What color do I want to do inside the mouth? Maybe we'll do this color. Oh, with reptiles, maybe we want it a little more purple. Oh yeah, we do. We definitely want it a little more purple. So we'll do it a little more purple. So maybe something like that. We want to turn the roughness up because we don't really want a lot of light bouncing around inside the mouth. That just doesn't, that just looks silly. So now we're on this new layer. Oh, you about to print? Oh, good luck. Printing is rough. Okay, let's see. Pedro, short thing. Glad to hear is for the best, and I hope to see these next classes soon enough. Please let us know which platform is best for you, so we'll be sure that our teacher will get his share. I appreciate it. You know what? Udemy is great. I just don't have a lot there, but they're both pretty good. I am I usually post more classes to Skillshare because they've been extremely supportive of me, and so and I'm a part of their like top teachers. So first I was they had another program, and then they brought me into the top teachers, and they're very supportive. Any sort of help I need, and they offer. Um, like I've had like different coaches that like will talk to me about like my videos and ways to do it better, and they always have seminars and things like that. And they're just like they're just a really great company, at least from my end, like from the beginning. You know, when I was first getting started. So, but they've been just really supportive of me. So that's why I just spend more time there because I appreciate them. Okay, so we need to use paint. And what do we think about this purple for the inside of the mouth? It looks just like the background. That's okay, I can change the background color. I think I want to do maybe like a... Let's see, let's try something like that. Yeah, it's a little different. Okay, so let's figure out what I want the inside of the mouth to actually be. This is tricky. Okay, symmetry is our friend. So we're just gonna get those weird angles inside the mouth. There's a way you can like see through things, I believe, but I don't remember how to do it. Okay, we want to get all that up in there. What is that? What are these things? I don't know what that is. That's okay. So we can continue coloring. Make sure it's not going through. Sometimes when you color stuff, it goes through the other side, which I think is one of the dumbest things. Ever. I hate it. Gotta be careful not to color on the outside of the mouth by accident. Okay, looking good, looking good. And also, this is an opportunity where I might use dynamic topology. Even though this is fairly high, it's 147K. This is a time where I might use it. But I'm not exactly sure yet. Yeah, we need to get all in that mouth. Okay. That looks good. So let's, oh, you see, it went through. So if that happens, then you can go to the little pencil. So right now I'm in the paint tool. You can go to the little pencil. Most of the tools have this little pencil. It gives you more options. You can go to filter, and then you can go to front facing vertex only. So now I can erase, and it will only erase the back. If I didn't turn this on, it would erase like the opposite side. Again, which is really stupid. I don't know why that would be like a default at all. So that looks great. So what I would use dynamic topology for, so if I'm using paint and erase, and I want to erase really cleanly, let's say I want to erase this cleanly, it's actually not too bad. Yeah, it's actually not terrible. I'm going to go back to regular paint and go really small and see if I can get some of these little details. Okay, so I'm going to go with erase and probably erase some of this as well. Go back to paint. Just try to get this really clean. So see how this is? It's not very clean, and I actually don't know if dynamic topology will be able to help me. But let's give it a whirl. Let me paint this as well. Oh, is that my fiance? When she comes home, I gotta bounce. When she gets home, it's over. She always comes in talking loud. I feel like sometimes there's ants are in my room, these little ants start crawling around, and they'll crawl on my leg or my foot. And once one does, it's over for me. Then everything becomes an ant. All I feel is ants. Okay, so now I might use, we're on erase. I might use dynamic topology. Turn it on, you enable it, and you see the little diamond there. So I might turn that on if I want this to be really clean. So I'll make sure I have symmetry on. So now I might use it. To make that look cleaner. It doesn't even look that clean. What's up with that? The only problem is it adds geometry. So here's the before. What actually looks kind of better. So sometimes you have to wait it out. Sometimes I don't use it. Sometimes it's not that useful. But it actually isn't making that much of a difference, so I'll probably just not use it. You could also use Smoothie Poo, smooth with, because sometimes this actually looks better. Oh, but I don't think it does though. No, that doesn't look better. Oh, let me think. I'll try it once more with dynamic topology. Let's see if I paint instead of erase. Yeah, alright, I'm going to turn it off, but I'm going to leave that there. So I'll turn it off, and then when I use paint, I do like the spikes in the front. I probably will add some more stuff, but I can get lost in the sauce and just continue adding. I'm sorry, but I cannot not have one of these lovely halos. Also, it's lovely to see how you're actually using techniques you showed in the very basic crash course. The one with the lashes is killer. I love doing lashes. I'm about to print my first. Oh, why did I read that one so long ago? Can't wait to see how the print comes out in 5 hours probably. The thing is with dynamic topology, so the area now is high res where we use. So you can use other tools, I'll try erase. And the area is still high res, so sometimes that actually doesn't look too bad. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. So now I'm thinking I might want to erase a little more and then just smooth it, maybe? I don't think I want to do regular smooth. No. Let's try smoothie. Let's just see what happens if we just do a regular smooth. So we have a regular fall off between skin and mouth. Because the hard fall off, I'm not feeling it. But like I always say in my classes and stuff too, like you really just have to experiment, because it's art, you know. You have to figure out what looks good, and sometimes that's not easy. Okay, so let's see. What happens if I use a crease? I'm just curious if I use a crease. Interesting. Okay, so maybe we'll use smooth, we use smoothie. I don't think this is going to smooth anymore. That's all right. Okay, so let's take paint, and I'm going to do erase, but I'm going to bring the intensity down, I think, and I just want to see what happens if I... Okay, I don't mind it. But... And I'm sure you can see, like, usually when I make classes, obviously, I don't usually do... Usually I have things a little bit more worked out in my head. But this is what it's actually like when I'm working on characters and trying to figure things out. Oh, you know what? That seems to look so much better. The fact that I smoothed it, and then after I smooth it, then I use erase. Like, it seems to be so much smoother now. Like, I feel like that looks clean. I feel like it looks dumb clean. Well, I like it. It's a little iffy there for some reason. This part bugs me, so let's go back to dynamic topology and just use paint, and let's just see if we can get this a little cleaner here. Okay, I'm going to turn it off and just color this, because it looks like there's like a color difference, and I hate that. So make sure we get this colored up. And what we did before was we smoothed. So we smoothed the area. And then we went back to paint, back to erase without dynamic topology, because the area is now more high poly. And then we erase. Alright, it definitely looks cleaner. So that is definitely a vibe. So do dynamic topology. What did I do? Dynamic topology with either paint or erase. Then smooth it. Turn off dynamic topology. I don't know. We'll all have to watch this again to remember. Oh, I think my mom sent me a picture. Oh, I gotta figure out how on Apple Watch, how I can view pictures from Facebook Messenger. That's the only thing that I can't see pictures of. Oh, my phone's in use too, so I can't see it. Sorry, Mom. It's crazy. I'm surprised that worked, though. What's up, Gray? I had to delete Nomad recently as well. It's so annoying. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the situation was. I installed Valence, and there was a problem with iCloud with Valence, and that started crashing, and I had to continuously restart my iPad, and then Nomad started messing up, and I had to continually crashing and had to reset it. It wouldn't let me like send anything. It was so annoying. So I had to like transfer all my files to like a hard drive and then reset it and then like put the files back, but they don't go back into Nomad. They're just like anytime I want an older file, I have to find the actual file and then like open it in Nomad and hope that it's the one I'm looking for. Oh my God, excuse me. Yeah, resetting your iPad is not fun at all. Let's have some different colors in here. So let's do a darker color a little bit further in. So we'll paint. Let's make sure we turn dynamic topology off, because if it comes on and using another tool, it can look really ugly. Okay, so this will be darker. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll use smoothie. We'll smooth that. Looks good. Now let's use an even darker. Let's just use straight black and really get this dark back here. Since this is that area where the tongue is mostly. And this area is actually underneath the tongue, I believe. So let's smooth that out. Get that nice and really dark. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay, so now let's take these and just yeah, let's go ahead and merge them down. I think so. And let's see if we can use smoothie. Let's see if it'll smooth, if it'll blend at all anymore. I'm not sure if it will, but we'll see. Not really. Maybe I can use regular smooth, because regular smooth actually manipulates the clay, so sometimes you can smooth a bit better doing that. You just want to make sure you don't accidentally smooth any of the edges. But that looks great. So the tongue, I think I want like a... Hey, that's nice. It's sort of purplish. It kind of sticks with that same theme, but not completely purplish. Now this carapace, what am I feeling on myself? Now I'm like all... Maybe we'll just do it simple. We can do it simple like that. Maybe a little bit like... Maybe a little bit closer to the yellow. It's a little different. I like it. Yeah, it's a little different. I'm digging it. I do want to make sure that these teeth, I'm going to add a new layer on the body, and I'm going to do this purple, but we're going to do much darker because I want to just add a little detail around the teeth. I love details, and I want to make sure that like around the teeth is a little darker. I don't know if anyone will ever see this, but you guys know it's there. That's what's important. So I'll take smoothie and just kind of smooth this a little bit. So now the area around the teeth just has that little bit of darkness that you need. I love it. I really want to make this more purple above the... Okay, good. It still looks pretty good. I like it. I'll buy that. Let's do a little save. Okay, so this, let's make like a... sand, maybe like a sandy color. No, I think it has to be... Maybe we don't even need it, actually. Even if we don't, what color do I make it? Or maybe we make it like a purple for now. That's fine. Okay, what color are his little flippers? Now that's a question. Let me see what these likes are looking like. Okay, I got 32 likes. Not bad. Thank you for all those likes, my peoples. Okay, so now it looks good. I haven't done this in a while, but I want to try to just do a little speed ambient occlusion on some of these things. And I like to do this because where's crease at actually? Where's crease? So now we're using crease. I'm going to tap this so we can use stroke painting. That means I'm going to use the tool, but it's going to add the color that I'm using. So we do stroke painting. I know I added some little pieces here. There's one coming off here. Okay, I'll maybe use smooth and just kind of maybe smooth that out a little bit, make them a little bit more natural looking. Okay, I'm going to add another layer, and we'll use this, but maybe a little bit darker. We'll use paint. Oop. Okay, so now we have that there. So now I'll just use smooth and just kind of smooth that out, and that'll just make it a little bit darker where it's going into the body. I think I missed a spot right here. Okay, nice. Nice little details. There's probably some other details I can do on the body. Let's add, what is this? I don't know what that is, but I'm going to make a new layer just in case. So now I'm going to... Why are you blinking? Why are you doing that? Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bit darker. I could make it lighter too, but I think I'll make it darker. And I'm going to use paint, and I'm going to paint in the inside, all on the inside here. And we'll take a nice smooth, and we'll just kind of smooth this out a bit. Okay, nice. It looks like I need to do the top lid. Maybe I'll do up here a little bit more. We'll just smooth this a bit. Okay. We can take the paint and actually do some around here as well. Sometimes I do it on different layers because sometimes different things need different like for example, this is not smoothing as well, so if I would have done it on a different layer, I could lower it. I'm probably still going to do it, but that's okay. Let's just lower it a little bit. But I like the dark eyes, though. You know what? That's fine. I'm okay with it. I am A-okay with it. So... I'm going to merge those two and add a new layer. And then I'm going to try to do some details like this. Let's see how it smooths. Oh, that smoothed beautifully. That was so hard for me to say. I'll go under here maybe and try to smooth that. So this is really like what I would do if I was drawing. So that's how I'm thinking about this. Because when you're drawing, you have to add like the lights and the darks. And different areas like this, they're going to be usually darker. And that's kind of like what ambient occlusion does. Oh, I'm using the wrong tool. Paint. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that looks good. So I'm going to add some under here. Maybe like next to the arm. Hopefully everything smooths nicely. We'll add some here. Any place where there's like things that are like touching, that's where I'm adding this stuff. Even here on the body, down here, the leg. I didn't mean for it to get all crazy and go down here, but that's okay. Okay, so let's smooth it. Smooth, smooth, smooth. This is how you add your own ambient occlusion. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it's much, baby. It's much. So let's do paint and not erase. How did erase get in there? So we'll do some under the knees, and we'll smooth it. And we'll also do some around the edges of the foot, in between. Make that nice and dark. And maybe the line here as well. So then we'll smooth all of this. And it just gives it a nice ambient occlusion look. I guess we have to color that, don't we? So let's take this color, make it a little darker. We'll add a layer. And I might try to do crease with this. Because that makes it nice and dark and beautiful. Oh wait, it got really crazy down there, didn't it? Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I don't even need to do more with that. I could do the same thing for these. Let's do a darker color and let's just go around the edges. You know what? I guess I'll add a layer. At the end, I have to merge all the layers. What's up, swordsman? I love it. Go forth and create. I love it. Okay, so these should actually smooth really good. Usually when it's like that, when these things are fairly low poly, they smooth really well. Let's make it darker. So we'll just go along the edge as much as we can. We'll do it for these as well. We'll just try to go along the outside. That, and we'll even do these little, probably pointless, but that's okay. So now let's try to smooth it out. This should smooth very beautifully. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love that. Okay, so now these are smooth. Let's smooth the big guy. So we have some nice variation in the color. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Okay, so let's take this and let's just color this like really dark. Yeah, let's make that a little bit darker there. Nice. Okay, it doesn't smooth as well, but still looks nice. All right, so one thing I wanted to try, do I want to try it out? Maybe I just want to use paint. So let's just merge this down. We'll add a layer, and let's just call this details. I did want to add a little bit of like pattern to it. So let's use paint. Paint's probably not going to do it. Let's choose this color, maybe a little lighter and a little bit more yellow. Let's see what that looks like. If we do like designs on him. Just using my eyedropper to get the color. So the paint is it's not very clean, so it might use dynamic topology. That might help. Make sure I enable it. Ooh. Let's turn this off. Oh wait, I'm using paint. Dynamic topology. Details. That was so weird. I don't know what that was. So dynamic topology is not even looking that good. Oh, my phone is blowing up. Okay, let me figure out how to check my messages. It's so hard to like live stream when like you have like life going on. It's extremely difficult. I'll tell you that much. How can I get to my... And I downloaded this other... All right, I'll be right back. Let me mute this for a second. Let me show you what I have to live with. Let me just explain to you what I have to live with. Maybe you can hear it.
Hi, honey. It's looking like it's gonna be a late one, so I'm heading home now. Any chance you have plantains and guac in the work for dinner?
So imagine you're trying to do your work. You're trying to be the most amazing professional artist you can. And you have people calling you up, requesting, demanding plantains and guac. But I think I have no choice. I have to do my duties. But I just want to add a little bit of... Let's take symmetry off. I just want to add a little bit of details to these. Just a little something, you know, before I go. So I think on the next video, I'll be able to, because he's pretty much painted. I have to figure out these things. I don't know what color I'm going to do him. I don't think I'm going to do him yellow, although it's cute. So I don't know what color I'm going to do his little sandals, but I think that's good for now. Let's just put on post-process so you guys can see before I go, because I have to cook or else I'm going to get killed. Let's turn this down. Oh, I don't have any lights on him, that's why. I need some light on him. Oh, my neck. What was that? Don't like that. Okay, so looks pretty good. So we're gonna keep going. I think maybe I'll come on tonight and I'll try to just finish up the rest of his coloring, and then we'll bring him into Blender. But yeah, I gotta go make food apparently. Hopefully there's more guac in the fridge because I don't think I have any more avocados. But I'll get killed if I don't at least have the plantains fried. So I will keep you posted on that. But anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Give me a like. Give me a like. And I will hopefully be back tonight, maybe around 11, maybe around 11 or 11:30, depending on when my fiance goes to bed. Then I'll be able to hop back on and we can finish the Nomad stuff, and then we can bring him into Blender. I also want to make the thin eye pupils as well. All right, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video.